Can you guys see me and hear me? Can anybody give me a sign that they're able to hear me right now? Hello, hello. Hello, hello. Hello, Sapone. How are you? Hey, as fools will resign. Today we're having a look at the game of Matt. He's going to be playing against 1996. This is live, guys, from Reykjavik. The great Reykjavik. Oh, and we can see the opponent arriving at the board. Greetings from Czechia. Czechia? How do you pronounce that? Greetings anyway. Hello, hello, hello to everybody joining. Can you just confirm that you can hear me? That all is good? Hopefully all is good. If you guys are from Houseline's channel, just give me give me a sign that you're able to hear me. Hello, hello, hello. Oh, so many people are joining in. That's lovely. Oh, and we're getting a first move. We get e4 on the board. We get e4. Nice. Hello, hello, hello. Lovely to see you guys. We're doing some commentary today. So you can see that Matt is he's looking quite confident with his e4. Opponent replies e5. Okay, we love to see it. We love to see it. He's gonna walk right into whatever's prep Matt has. And he plays knight to f3. Logical, logical. This is the Reykjavik Open. Opponent plays knight to c6. And wow, we got a scotch. Really? Okay, I did not expect Matt to play this. Interesting. Opponent takes in the center. Okay, so this far, they're basically pre-moving every single move. Just in the opening phase. Yeah, Matt captures back with the knight. Good stuff, good stuff. And whoa, queen to h4. I am not aware of this move. I suppose it's some kind of preparation that the opponent has because he blitzed it out. I suppose the main idea is that we are targeting this pawn and keeping the flexibility of also not taking in the center right away. The engine here is suggesting knight to c3. Very logical move, developing and defending. Although we might have to deal with something like knight to bishop to b4, trying to remove the defense of the pawn. And I see that that is the suggested line from the engine. Okay, wait. The engine wants knight to c3, bishop to b4, and bishop to e2. So basically leaving this pawn, because after takes, b takes, you cannot take, I suppose, because of castles, and white is getting too much development for the pawn. Interesting. Knight takes d4, and I suppose pawn takes d4. Yeah. And now you somehow need to get away. So, like, let's say something like this. Apparently, after bishop to f3, white is already borderline winning. Let's say queen, I don't know, what does... Yeah, queen g6 is the suggestion, and then rook e1. And you have to move your king, and this is pretty annoying. So that's what the engine wants. And Matt is having a thing, so this suggests that he is not fully aware of this line. Somebody says, is it my idea or is it a really hard tournament? Well, it is... I think it's different sections, so it depends. Somebody's asking who is barking. There's dogs. There's dogs in the house. 2 small dogs. Very hysterical. No, wise players will accept a draw. No, it's too soon for a draw. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Oh, thank you, Hirak. Pietro's videos are amazing. Love you, man. Somebody says channel name. Well, my channel is Pietro Checkmate. But Matt's channel is Houseline TV. So if you want to see this on his channel, I mean, it's the same live stream, but you can look up on Twitch Houseline. What's the increment? It's 30 seconds per move, I'm pretty sure. They have 1 hour and a half each, plus 30 seconds every single move. Okay, so let's have a look at this engine off. We already saw what the preferred line from the engine is. But if we are a human in this position, we're not aware of this move, clearly, because Matt is thinking about what to do here. What is going through his head? The thing is, we cannot defend this pawn, for example, with the knight, with the queen, because we relinquish control of this knight. We cannot take here, because black is going to take back like this, and then the only way to avoid just losing a pawn, because black is threatening to recapture here, I think, is to play queen to e2. Oh no, we do lose the pawn anyway. He's going to trade like this and then take, and black is just up a pawn, up a clean pawn. I would suggest that this is better for black, right? Yes, 0.70. Okay. So what else do we have? Well, it's surely interesting, the option... No, well, yeah, we can't play bishop to d3. We hang this. We hang this. So that doesn't really leave many options, to be honest. We can push the pawn because of the pin. Yeah, I mean, that's it. You have to play knight to c3. Let's see if the engine thinks that there's any other moves. Knight to b5, apparently. Very fascinating. Allowing this with check, but after bishop to e2, white is maintaining an advantage here. I would have not imagined that. Bishop to b4 check is... I'm just following the engine line. Knight 1 to c3. Takes and b takes, because we're maintaining this. And now... Okay. Wow. This is interesting. Black's only move to keep equality is king to d8. Because... Well, we can't go here because of the bishop. What if we try to defend the pawn from here? What am I missing? Am I dumb? How is this completely lost? Because of g3 and bishop to f4? Wow. Well, I feel like you have to have this prepared, right? Because otherwise it just seems like... there's enough time for black to consolidate, but there isn't. Like knight to f6, bishop f4, and it's GG. You cannot avoid the knight from landing on c7. That's brutal. Wow, okay. But I feel like this has to be prepared for Matt to see it. And clearly he's not seeing it. Another option that the engine gives is bishop to e3. This is the third option, and it's the one that it's kind of least preferred by the engine, because of course there is just queen takes c4. The pawn hangs. Although again, it's not the preferred move. The engine wants knight to f6. Wow. But knight to f6, I would imagine that we can just take, right? D takes, and then like push. Oh, but there's knight, wait. Knight d5. Ah, I'm really not familiar with this type of positions. I'm not an e4 player. I'm a d4 player. But we've got some interesting ideas here cooking. Sumit says, "Do you remember me?" Of course I remember you, brother. Yeah, we got a funky Scotch line. Yes, this is going to be exciting. This is going to be a very tactical game. That's what I love. Um, what else are you guys saying? I don't like knight to b5. I mean, knight to b5 is a move that you need to have prepared. I at least I don't think I would play knight to b5 if I were playing over the board. And we get knight to b5? Wait, what? Did we get knight to b5? Board. Oh, wait. Oh, wait, the game has been going on. I didn't even realize. Okay, so Matt has played... Wait. Matt has played knight to c3, bishop to b4, bishop e2. Okay, so he did know it. Wait, how long did it take him to play knight to c3? Oh, we can't know because we have the live clock. The opponent didn't decide to enter that line where they take in the center, and now he plays knight to b5. But apparently knight to b5 here is not as good. The engine now wants to castle. So knight to b5, and the opponent pretty much pre-moves bishop to a5, defending like this. So all of this is prep. Wow, sorry guys, I missed the fact that they had played more moves. The board didn't update while I was looking at the chat. Okay. So the only move for white to maintain an edge is to castle now. But from the speed at which they're playing, I suppose that Matt is still pretty confident in this position. Which is the opposite of what I was saying. Thank you. Oh no! Why are you gonna do homework? Well, I can be in the background while you do homework. It depends. If it's math, you can maybe listen to me in the background. But if it's something like history, I'm not sure. Like if you need to read stuff. Oh, somebody already did their homework. Nice. Well done. I think we had study stream with Matt about 6 months ago where we looked at this line. Great to know. Okay. Thanks for the insight. Do you remember specifically this position? Did the analysis get to this position? What's your favorite subject? Well, I haven't been in school for some time now. But when I was in school, I quite liked Italian. Well, where I come from, I speak Italian, so it's not like we were learning how to talk in Italian, but we were studying like the history of Italian, like old books and like grammatics and stuff like that. And I was pretty good at that, like writing essays, and so I guess that's what I would say was my least non-favorite subject. Okay, Matt does castle. Good. We get castles. Okay, now again, I'm gonna turn off the engine for a little bit. Let's have a look at this with fresh eyes. Now, this is never a problem anymore because the bishop is there. Ideas with like b4 to try and... Oh wait, it's black to move, so doesn't matter anyway. Oh wow, the opponent is full on in prep. Like, doesn't even matter. a6, just kicking the knight away. Now, there are two options. Knight to a3, although looks weird, might be interesting because we're looking at the c4 square that is going to target the bishop like this. And it's actually a quite nice centralized knight that can then jump to e3, maybe in the future. The thing that I don't like about knight a3 is the reply b5. Now threatening this and taking away c4. And to be fair, this might be a reason why we might not want to play this. Let's see what the engine thinks about this. Apparently knight d5 it's fine. Knight d5... Yeah, of course, because if you ever push, then you gain access to this square. And... but all this time, this pawn is just hanging. Which is kind of crazy. But bishop f3 is always a massive threat. You're gaining so much initiative. As long as the king is in the center, you cannot take the pawn. That's a very important thing to keep in mind. The other option is, of course, to drop back to d4. Again, let me turn this off. Knight to d4. So knight to d4, we have to consider takes, queen takes, and knight here. At least that's the first thing that I would look at, because it's the most forcing line. There's no checks, no safe checks at the very least. There might be some queen a4, but then, I mean, even this, you might give up a bishop for the knight, but white has a lot of targets. I mean, black has a lot of targets in the white position. Let's say even just castle. But white does have the bishops here. Like, this could be interesting. This could be interesting. Maybe not this, but even like something like this. What does the engine think about this? Okay, this is about level. This is equal. Okay. Yeah, this is the preferred line by the engine. Castles. And apparently bishop d3 right away. Or f4. Okay, f4, I guess it's another way of defending the central pawn. And preventing the knight from jumping in. Interesting. Okay, let's see if we got any more moves. Not yet. Matt is still considering whether to go to a3 or to d4. What would you guys do? What would you guys do in this position? I'm also seeing that there's a third move that I didn't consider, which is kind of nuts. It's kind of crazy. That's what I thought. Knight d4. d4 is fine. Yeah. Bro, wanna play a match? I'm commentating. Attack the bishop so you can make a trade. White is supposed to have good compensation for the pawn. Yes, yes. If the pawn is taken while the king is in the center, white is cooking. Okay. So apparently knight to a3, by the way, is a mistake according to the engine because of bishop takes and queen takes e4 now. Whoa, okay, why doesn't bishop f3 work at this stage? Queen h4. I guess the king is just covered now. Castles. And according to the engine, this is a better version for black. Go figure. So the other move that the engine likes is a4, which looks kind of nuts. Takes, and this knight d4, no, e5. Wait, this is bad because of b4. Of course, that's the idea. The bishop is pinned. You can win this, but this is massive for white. So this would be terrible. Although there's only one move at this stage, which is f4. Literally only one move that keeps the advantage. And you never really want to enter these positions where you only have one move. Unless it's something obvious like you're recapturing a piece, of course. So after a takes, there's also knight to d4? Excuse me? Oh, wait, because if we take, there's bishop here, right? Wow, so we're attacking this and attacking this. Very interesting. So we can't take that knight. That's a nasty move. And the only move for white here is bishop c4. Yeah, so like, I mean, we really don't want to enter this. We really shouldn't enter this. So I think that after some thought, Matt should really just jump back to the center. That is the only move that makes actual sense. The only reason why he might be resistant to that is the fact that he thinks, well, I just played the knight to b5. So what am I doing going back where I came from? And the answer is, well, knight to b5 was a mistake. Knight to b5 was not necessarily the best move. So the engine wanted this. No, wait, what? Oh, okay, wait, knight to b5. Yeah, okay, so maybe not a mistake, But you need to understand the fact that you have already achieved something with knight to b5. The fact that you forced bishop to a5, you gained time to castle, and you made black spend one more move, and so now you just come back. Again, it was not the best option, but you're going to make your life much worse if you start doing crazy stuff like this. Like here, even just castles, black is equalized. Although we saw that this, according to the engine, is good. Although I struggle to understand why this version with the knight still on a3 is better than what we looked at. What was the line that we saw earlier? So it was knight here, this, and knight here. Was it this? And then takes, and here bishop f3. Ah, wait. Now after something like... No, that's a blunder. After something like queen f5, knight takes e7, knight takes e7, and rook... What? Oh, I see. That's the difference. Okay. And of course, if you capture with the king, this is horrible. This is just horrible. Oh wait, that's a blunder. Bishop here. Bishop takes, queen takes. Yeah. And I mean, this is beautiful. This is beautiful for white. So that's the difference, guys. In the version where black takes here right away, there's none of that. We don't have the trade of the knight that is then going to make this diagonal weaker. I mean, classical chess, you need to be thinking about all of this stuff. It's really hard to... Yeah, really hard to get an advantage. One step in the wrong direction might be all it takes. Gpro says, yo Pietro, can you review my game? No. You need to go through the right process. You need to comment under the appropriate post and then be lucky and get picked. This tournament is too strong. If white had a pawn on e5 instead, already we might consider some knight d6 plus, but our pawn is on e4. I finally finished the homework. Let's go! Free for the stream. Woohoo! Okay, I saw a move happen on the board. I'm just waiting for it to happen on the DGT, which is taking some time for some reason. Wait, did a move happen? I'm not sure anymore. Yeah, I'm not sure anymore. Maybe it didn't. Abdel says, oh, so you're reading the comments. What do you mean? I am reading the comments. I always have. I have been on every video. Yeah, no, I mean, I know, man, but so have been hundreds and hundreds of comments. And I've only done like 15 reviews. So, it is what it is. Yeah, the clock is still on matte, but sometimes the DGTs get frozen. So I was just double checking if we missed some action. But it doesn't look like it. The knight is still on b5. Abdel says look up. Let's see. What did you write? Peter, how are you doing, man? Okay, I mean I missed one message. I'm doing okay. I'm in Switzerland. I'm back home in Switzerland for a couple of days, and then I'm going to Grenke. And I've been doing a lot of preparation. I have some new weapons ready. I don't want to say too much. I'm just gonna say, if you're my opponent at the Grenke, expect some new stuff. No win Matt, I think he's considering g3. Oh no. Wait, okay. Well, I mean g3... Yeah. I mean g3 is not that dumb. But why would you spend 10 minutes on g3? Because then the queen here is also adding defense to the d4 square, so now you're just cooked. You have to go to a3. And again, all of this happens. Takes. I mean, even takes like this now. You just lose a pawn. You literally just lose a pawn. The only move is rook b1. Can't play here because you lose the knight. Can't play here because you lose the bishop. So rook b1. Castles by black, and black is just up a pawn. So g3 is not a good idea. But you know, like if you're looking at this position, okay, you look g3, what's a logical move for the queen? Queen f6 seems pretty natural. All of this diagonal is taken by the bishop. All of this is taken by the other bishop. This, it's nothing this far. It makes no sense to go here for the queen. This is like the most active central square. You notice that now this is not a possibility, so you realize that you have to go back, and then it's not too hard to see this, right? So I think that g3 should be discarded fairly quickly. So should be a4. Oh no. Okay, g3 played. And g3 is our first mistake of the game. You read him like a book, man. You read him like a book. Hey, you know what you're talking about. I'm not sure what the idea is with g3. I don't fully understand why. Is it to go e5? Wait, what? Bishop f4. Ah, okay, there might be something to this. There's also knight takes, and this is just winning for black. Is that maybe what he missed? Knight takes? Oh no. Queen c6 check. Yeah, ooh, you're getting cooked here. Yeah, you just lose a piece. Takes. And this is still hanging. So not sure. Oh. Knight to d5. Okay, it's an interesting idea. Wait, I don't want to see why this doesn't work. Clearly the engine doesn't love this. Oscar the Oracle. Just predicted it. Yeah, yeah. Pietro, do you read chat? I do. There might be a little bit of a delay because of my connection, but I do read the chat. So this was his idea. I don't fully... Okay, so one thing that we need to consider is knight takes. Knight takes, he wants this, because then he's also eyeing this. But even there, he just loses a pawn. There, takes, takes, takes. Now this defends the pawn there. I suppose it opens the line to the king, but the king is well in time to castle. I think this was too aggressive from Matt. Knight takes. What else is there? Pawn takes, and by the way, this is finally the first time that the opponent is having a thing in the game. Pawn takes, pawn takes. I mean, you have to take here. Oh, okay. Wow, they pre-moved that. But I have to say that this does not look good for our hero. Maybe he wants like some here and bishop takes. The knight is still hanging and he wants like rook e1. But this is too artificial. I don't think it works. Like here, bishop takes. Let's say knight, like knight here. Rook e1 just castles. I guess you have this. Like queen takes, takes. Oh wait, then this hangs. But you can even just go back. You don't have to take. Takes, bishop takes. What's the material? 3, 3, 3, 2. So black is down a pawn. Wait, what? Oh, but we're down a piece. Yeah, because we didn't recapture this. Ay, ay, ay. Ay, ay, ay. So if pawn takes, I mean, even just castles. If you take here, I'm gonna take here. This looks pretty active for black, or even here. The bishops are beasts. And if you... I mean, you can even just... As black, you can even just take back. Right away. Maybe like this now. Take like this. And you're just not in time to create any meaningful threat. And I think that now it's going to dawn on Matt that he messed up here. Let's see now with the engine. Wow. We get a double question mark. We get a double question mark. And knight takes d5 is the move. E takes. And now just A takes. Oh, which happened. D takes. And we got D takes. And this is the position. And we're losing. Oh no. Not like this. Not castles from black. C takes D and bishop is trapped. The rook is hanging. This is gonna be a pretty interesting attacking game, I think. I mean, hopefully, it might also be a slaughter now, because we did go wrong quite a bit. This was very wrong. D takes c6 to get the pawn cube. Yeah, that's what the opponent did. I was leaning more towards the other recapture, so B takes like this, because then we still have influence over the center. But I mean, it might be harder to mobilize these pawns. This is kind of like a dead pawn. And the engine does prefer D takes. We're also opening up the bishop. Like, bishop here is just already GG. We're losing the rook. Guys, let's say, like, random move, a3, bishop h6, h3, and we're losing the rook. If you go here, you take like this. There's nothing here. So I think that Matt has to play, like, for example, bishop to d2. Is there a problem with this? Bishop takes, queen takes, and oh, queen takes b2. Wow, this is really... Oh no. The engine wants bishop to d3, but don't we still have this? Queen to e2 check. I see, that's the idea. King f8, and then we gain space for the rook like this. But this is, I mean, this does not look nice. Queen h5. Okay. I mean, the position is not dead. The position is not dead. There's still some life in it. But for a classical game, this is a pretty significant advantage for the opponent. He is up a clean full pawn. I guess c3 or bishop d2 is forced now, otherwise black plays bishop h3. Well, we saw that bishop to d2 doesn't work. Hey Beast, thank you, man. Good overall says, but I think 2000 plus people are able to win these positions, so maybe not as interesting as I thought. Well, you see, for a classical game like that, most people are used to online chess. It's important to realize that classical chess is a different game. You have 1 hour and 30 minutes. The opponent has 1 hour and 29 minutes to convert a pawn advantage from the opening. Of course he's gonna do it. Like, you're at this point, our only chance is that the opponent blunders. At least that's the way I see it. Of course, I'm not saying that Matt should resign by any means. Absolutely not. And you never know what happens, even in classical chess. But it gets much closer to that concept of you cannot allow any advantage to the opponent, because they are going to capitalize on it. Oh, Matt isn't playing a kid poggers. Maybe c3 is also playable. Let's have a look. c3. Let's say bishop h3 still. Rook e1. Maybe castles now. What I really don't like about this is the fact that there's always some kind of infiltration. Although, okay, bishop g4, we're getting rid of the bishop, but again, like every trade favors black, because black is up material. That said, if we take away every piece, if we take away all of these pieces except one rook pair, let's say that we keep one rook pair. So imagine this: we have these two rooks. Oh, blimey, these two rooks, and every other red piece is gone. This might be a draw. Very often in rook and pawn endgames, a one pawn advantage is not enough to convert. So if I were Matt right now, I might be thinking about this, looking to go into an endgame where you're just down a pawn and you're gonna have to hold it. You might get like a Philidor position or something like that. Let's hope for rook d8 here. What do you mean? We can't play rook d8. Also, we are getting down a bunch of time on the clock. Matt now down 20 minutes on the clock. Very unfortunate. Very unfortunate opening. For those of you joining now, I'll just go through a very quick recap. So, Matt went for e4, and we entered a Scotch opening. And the opponent went for this very unusual queen h4, which is not loved by the engine for black, but is also very tricky. Like, this is still a slight advantage for white, pretty much the standard advantage that white has if you don't equalize. And Matt did go correct for a few moves, but his first quote-unquote mistake was knight b5 here. This is after bishop to a5 defending the pawn. This is not really a threat, although it did gain him some time to castle. And after a6 is where we actually went wrong. Matt decided to spend a lot of time. The only move was knight to d4 and we would have had a game. But Matt decided to play g3, which I don't fully understand, unfortunately. I suppose there might be a chance that he was worried that after knight to d4 there was some bishop takes and queen here. Like, this might have been his worry. But again, the engine doesn't mind losing this pawn for activity. So here, rook e1. I'm just looking again at what the engine says here. Rook e1, and I mean, the engine actually loves white, because look at this. Like, if you castle, this is what? This is lost? Of course, knight takes. If knight takes, we win the queen. And if you take with the queen, you lose the knight. So that was the way to go. Like, you create a much more dynamically playable position. Instead, we get g3, queen back, and now knight d5, which gets a double question mark. Knight takes, pawn takes, pawn takes, pawn takes, and black is literally just up a pawn, unfortunately. Day 41 of telling you to collab with Smith. Who's Smith? Why is somebody typing out my full name here? Sweet says it's a very rare sideline. Yeah. Beast, there's no point in asking me to review your ID here. I don't do this like this. Like you have to comment under the right video. Checking checkers. I don't know who Smith is. Do you guys see that the clock stops? Yes, it does because I'm only on one screen, and so I'm scrolling back and forth between the board and the chat. And so when I'm looking at the board, the clock goes. When I go and look at the chat, the clock stops. Sorry about that. Tell me a tip to dominate the middle game. I mean, there's no one tip that is going to fix everything. If I had to give you one tip, um, I would say, as a positional player, I would say be patient. But then again, this might not work for everybody. But especially if you are like under 1,000 or like 1,500 or so, often people are too aggressive in the middle game. They try to go for a knockout blow, and then they just end up losing. Whereas often, especially at this kind of rating range, your opponent is going to make a mistake. It's just a matter of when. So develop your pieces, make sure you're not blundering, gain some space, reposition stuff, and eventually your time will come. Hopefully that makes sense. Yo, Smith is a chess YouTuber with 28k subs. He makes very good content and gets a lot of views. I think you should collab with him. It would be a fire collab. Please, bro, you have been telling to collab. I'll check it out. I'll check it out. Hello, Rafilikhez Sani Mating. Why do you guys have such long names? I always struggle to read names from the chat. I mean, I might be the problem, to be fair. Maybe I should just say hello, Rafi. Is that what people do? So we're still waiting for a move from Matt. We're now down half an hour on the clock. Opponent is chilling. Pietro, you like all my comments except for the ones where I ask you to review my games. Well, because I explained it many times that you guys, like, the way that my reviews work is like this. I make a video reviewing a game and I say, if you want a chance to get a review, comment your username. And that's all you can do. You comment in that video your username, and then I pick randomly somebody and they get a review. But there's no point in messaging me privately and saying review my game, because I will not pick messages. That's just not how it works. Hey Abdallah, how are you doing, man? Prash says very chilling. I feel like he's gonna find a brilliant. There's no brilliant to find here, I'm afraid. Brother Pietro, is the reviewing of subbed games only for Instagram? Because you already hit 100,000 on YouTube. I mean, the goal is for you for Instagram, but I also pick comments from YouTube. Thank you, Kashan. Beast, I do take comments from YouTube, yes, but I get thousands of comments, guys. Like it's just I'm sorry, but I can't review everybody. I wish I could. Probably Bishop D3 here shouldn't underestimate Matt. No, no, no. I'm just saying there's no brilliant move, but I'm sure that he's gonna fight on. He is taking way too much time. I will say that. Like you have to keep this time for later in the game. At some point, like just make a move. If I were in Matt's ear and I could say something that is not a move, of course, I would say like Matt, just move. Please make a move. Like I'm sure you already found a move that is good enough. Play it. Bishop d3 makes a lot of sense because it opens up checks to the king, and it prepares to bring the rook to safety, so that bishop h3 doesn't work. Bishop d3 and castles, for example. Um, Queen to h5 stops this and prepares this. We might have something like this. Let's say g6. I mean, it's tough to play. It is only a pawn. It is only a pawn, but it is a pawn. We are down a pawn. Thanks, brother. I was very confused at first. Thanks, by the way. I have been with this community since you were at 40,000 subs. That's awesome. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate you. Shouldn't YouTube be the focus on 100k as monetizing is better on YouTube? No, I just would like to see 3 digits on my Instagram account. Like it's as simple as that. I am kind of, I mean, I'm not OCD, but seeing 88.7, it kind of bothers me, and I'm like, I wanna have a nice round number. I wanna hit 100k, and then I'm good. Next video on Frank Marshall, maybe. I did made one pretty successful video on the gold coins game from Frank Marshall, so maybe I should do that. By the way, sorry for sipping, but this is so good. Whenever I come back to Switzerland, and this is not an insert. I'm not promoting this, but I have this drink that is like a strawberry milk thing that is so good, and they don't sell it in the UK. So whenever I come back, I have one of these, and I'm just enjoying it so much. Your round 7 live stream is still there if you don't know. What do you mean? By the way, are you aware that Croissant Chess opened up a new secret YouTube channel? Ooh, I was not aware of that. I have never talked to Croissant yet. I have not connected with him. Maybe in the future we could do something together. But that guy, like, his videos are awesome. I don't know how he does it. Thoughts on the candidates and why and who do you think will win? While we wait for Matt to make a move, I'll maybe just talk about this for a little bit. I mean, I was shocked to see the game that Fabiano won against Hikaru. Losing in the first round of the candidates as one of the favorites must hurt. It must really suck. Especially for somebody like Hikaru who really tends to beat himself up. That was hard. And I was looking at the games, and oh my god, like that type of chess I don't understand. So many moves that I was like, what? This looks so crazy, and yet it works. And I was so surprised to see that so many of the moves that they play are always the top engine move. So crazy stuff, and to beat somebody that plays like that is crazy. So GG to Fabiano. But who I think is gonna win, I think Fabiano has a good shot. I mean, he had a great start, and he has been at the candidates the most out of all of the players. He has won it before. He definitely has the talent and the skill. Let's see. I like that we're spending a good amount of time here at least. I don't know if I agree, because this is not a good amount of time. Too little time or too much time are both not good. This I would definitely say is too much time. I can't go back and check like how much time we had before the previous move, but I'm pretty sure that Matt has been thinking for over 20 minutes. And this is never a good sign. I mean, he realized that he messed up in the opening, he lost a pawn. Last time he thought he took a long thing was when he played g3, which was a big mistake. So I'm not sure what he missed there, by the way. We'll have to ask him after the game. It's important before the game to like give yourself some rules, some ground rules of like, I will not go under X amount of time from the opening. I will not spend over X amount of minutes per just one move. And I feel like 15 minutes could be that limit. Like you don't want to spend over 15 minutes on a move, which we are doing right now. Unless it's like, okay, I know there's a checkmate. I know I have a win and I need to find it. I need to calculate it and make sure that I find it correctly. Like maybe. But that's not the situation. Like this is, we're out of the opening. And I am going to scold Matt after this game. I'm definitely going to scold him on this. And I mean, to be fair, it's easy to talk from my position. Okay, we got bishop d3, best move. It's easy to talk from outside the game. But yeah, that's what I would say. Bishop d3 found. Great. This is a good reply to bishop h3 because we have queen check, and then we save the rook like this. That we could have not done, because if we move the rook here, we lose it. So we're basically preparing to free up the square for the queen and for the rook. Great move. Hard move to find, to be honest. A hard move to find because you have these pieces undeveloped, and to think, okay, I'm gonna move my bishop one more time. It's not that it's not that intuitive, and you have to find this sequence. And also, like now, of course, black can just castle and be out and safe. So it's also hard to let go of the fact that, damn, like I need to allow black to be safe and be down a pawn and play this game like this. And he gathered the courage to do that. I wish we had done that a little bit faster, but nonetheless we got there. Now he needs to commit to playing faster. He needs to commit to playing faster. I know we're worse. I know we're down a pawn, but it's going to be much worse if we're down also an hour on the clock. So now the opponent is going to think for a little bit. I expect either bishop h3 or castles. The other move that the engine likes is bishop e6. I mean, sure. Now we get bishop f4, top move. This is never really under fire because it's defended. The bishop can also drop back in the future. Oops, sorry. And then just short castles, something like that. There's also g5 here. Wow. I think we would be happy to see g5 though. g5 just seems needlessly weakening. Okay, opponent is having a think. Pietro, can you make a live where you play hand and brain chess, but the comments pick where you should go? This is the third time I asked. I could do that. I have not been streaming at all lately. I do apologize for that. It's just been very busy. I'm very sorry. What do you do apart from chess and related activities? Do you mean work-wise or like hobbies-wise? Can you review bishop e3 in this position? Okay, let's have a look. So first of all, we need to have a look at what happens. Like, let's say castles, bishop e3. Yeah, I mean, it's just a developing move. I would say that black is even happy to just trade off this bishop. This looks awful, but it's a pawn cube, so it's actually pretty mobile. and black is still up a pawn. And again, as said earlier, trading pieces is good for black because they're up material. So that is the preferred move by the engine, actually, I'm seeing. Otherwise, the engine also says g6. Not in love with this, but I suppose they just want to shut down every possible counterplay. Or rook e8. I mean, it's one of those positions that it's just very simple to play for the opponent. I wouldn't be surprised if bishop to f5 is also a move here, because again, like every trade is good. Also, I'm noticing that this drops a pawn. Why is this not good? Apparently bishop d4 somehow... Oh wait, this is not bishop d4. Oh, bishop d4 here. Wow, that's brilliant, because we can't take. We can't take. The queen sidesteps. No? What? Bishop takes h7. Queen h5. Wait, what? And bishop takes g7 is a way to draw. Oh, this is brilliant. Strategy mate, the only move is king takes. And then you have a perpetual check. Oh, so we could get a draw. Bishop to e3 might be a very good practical try. Because if black takes and mat does find this plan with bishop to d4, we might have a good chance to secure a draw. The only move to keep an advantage for black is, what is it? Bishop c3. Like this. That's annoying. That is annoying. Rook b1. If you go here, there's rook b3. We're winning back material. Wow. The best move is bishop takes b4. b4, sorry. Because at the end of this, despite white having a queen, you still have some extra pawns. Like, material is equal. That's kind of surprising. Bishop e3 is a good try. On bishop h3, we have to go for this. Queen e2 check. And rook d1. And I feel like this would also be a somewhat good practical option. As black, I mean, do we want this? Queen h5. I mean, the firepower of black is pretty crazy. You can't take here. There's this. No? Oh, queen f3. Oops. This. And queen takes d1. Okay. So it is looking pretty bad. It is looking pretty bad. But the opponent is having a thing. But look at the face of the opponent. He seems also pretty pleased. Kashan says, maybe I don't want to study. Let's go. Let's watch chess all evening. Algerian says, that's my move. Yeah. If you're the one suggesting bishop e3, that's definitely a good try. Very interesting move, but an idea so hard to find. No engine in front of you. That's like the idea with bishop d4 is very hard to find. Okay, it looks like you guys are having a conversation of your own. I don't fully follow. Opponent having a pretty significant thing here. It's a shame because Matt was really counting on this game. 1996 is a rating that he could usually take on pretty confidently, despite his rating suggesting otherwise. He definitely has a level that allows him to play 2000 rated players like on the same level. It just went like this game. It's very unfortunate because I feel like it could have been quite avoidable. I am not 100% sure of what we missed in the opening. I'm really not sure what we missed here because g3, like queen to f6 is the only move we really want to look at, right? And he calculated here for almost 10 minutes. I want to remind you this. So he for sure calculated queen f6. He then looked at this, which is what he played. And then we look knight takes, pawn takes, pawn takes, pawn takes, pawn takes. That is an entirely forced sequence. And he must have hallucinated some kind of play there. Or he might have thought that like the king is in the center. But again, like after all that, the king just runs away. There's nothing. There's no check. Maybe he wanted to open the board up at the cost of one pawn, but like the opponent also has a bishop pair, so it's not like his bishop pair is that crazy of an advantage. Also, queen f6 pressures b2, so it makes it hard to develop the bishop. Oh, I think we got a move. Yeah, bishop e6. Wow. Bishop e6 is the second top move. No, it isn't. Third top move. Yeah, bishop h3 looks very natural to me. I suppose the opponent didn't want to stay in the center with the king. So that makes sense. That does make sense. Although queen e6, and you don't even have to do that. But I suppose then the bishop is coming back anyway. The engine suggests f takes. That's horrible. So we get bishop e6. And now we'll see if Matt is committed to playing faster. You guys are talking about subjects of school. Wow, you're becoming friends here. I love to see it. Good overall says, wow, what a nice draw. Yeah, that's the one we were looking with the bishop sacrifice. Double bishop sacrifice, I should say. Why isn't the dark square bishop out? Well, when... Did you see how the rest of the game went? It had no chance to come out. I'll just quickly run through the moves so you can see what happened. Scotch. Weird move, queen h4. We get knight b5. And then here Matt played g3, which is a mistake, followed by knight d5, which is a blunder, because we lose a pawn. So at no time in this game the bishop could have ever come out. If that's your question. What about rook e1? Yeah, rook e1. Oh, well, no. Rook e1, we blunder the rook. So that's why not rook e1, sorry. I don't hate c3, because we blunt the vision of the queen, prepare to develop the bishop, blunt this bishop as well. I suppose, like, even b4 in the future could be a problem. C takes b4, bishop takes b4. So maybe not. Also, c3 loosens this. So, like, there might be some kind of rook here ideas. So, yeah, c3 might not work yet. We can't move this rook to b1 to prepare like a fianchetto, like this. Because if we do that, we lose this pawn. We can't play rook e1 as we saw. I mean, c3, then we can play rook e1 though. So this might be an interesting practical try, but then again, castles and like... Ah... Oh, this is so annoying. And then the bishop is always coming back to b6 and targeting the f-pawn. This is really bad. So like, I guess we don't even want the rook on e1. The rook has to stay guarding this. The engine suggestion here is h4, believe it or not. I mean, this seems to further weaken the light squares. Not sure what the idea is with h4. There's also queen h5, just kind of gaining some activity, pinning this pawn to the bishop. Oh no, the bishop is defended. Wow, there really isn't anything here. That's crazy. One other move that we can consider is a3 to prepare b4. But with b4, then the rook hangs. It's... oh my god. The engine wants long castles here. That's how desperate this is. Long castles despite having the open file is crazy. The engine is basically telling black, you have all of the activity in the position. What about bishop c4? Bishop c4? Bro? Are you talking about black? I mean, I don't like bishop c4 for black. Let's say that white plays... okay, let's say queen h5. Bishop c4. Bishop takes, pawn takes. This looks kind of ugly, not gonna lie. If you defend, you lose this. Oh, sorry. No, you don't. But apparently this is equal after bishop to g5. Now we're getting some pretty interesting initiative here. Queen e6 only move to prevent mate. We can't unfortunately play rook to e1, otherwise we would be winning. But we can prepare it with c3. And now bishop b6. Bishop b6, only move queen b4. Rook a4. And what? Oh, we take, and then we win back the queen. And apparently this is a way to equalize, because now black has tripled pawns. I guess there's like some ideas to come here. Okay, king d7. Let's say... oh, rook e7 check wins a pawn. And actually white is back here. So guys, there is ways for white, for Matt to be able to go back in the game. But he has to go for it. He has to go for it. He's thinking for another 15 minutes. Please no. Please no, Matt. Just make a move, my brother. They are taking a lot of time. The opponent isn't. I'm sorry, I'm just roasting Matt, but come on, man. You're stronger than this. I think you can defeat Dina from Russia, maybe if you try hard. Definitely not. Definitely not. She's a WGM. Are you crazy? Do you even know what my rating is? Hi Pietro, I don't know why, but I can't find your Instagram. Is your account still there? Yes. Yeah, look up Pietro Checkmate and I have to come out. Oh yes, we get queen h5. Great practical choice. Well done. Okay, he didn't spend too much time. I understand queen h5 is not the easiest move to find and play. We got it. Okay. We got queen h5. Wow! The engine wants long side castles here as well. Hello? Am I missing something? Oh my god, the sideways spin, that's disgusting. That is just disgusting. F6. Queen takes b2 and black is winning. Okay, so apparently black can get away with long castles. It is a sharp line, so I don't know if the opponent is going to go for it. It's also kind of unnecessary. So... Oh, yes, of course. Queen to h5 prevents castles, because this is mate in 1. Imagine the opponent thinks for 10 minutes and castles. Anka got experience, I bet he wins. Which Anka are you talking about? We have two here. To be fair, we have 3. I'm an Anka as well. Spanish says, isn't your rating like 2200 or something? No, my best rating is 2130 rapid, but I'm like 2000 blitz. Over the board, I'm 1730, I think. Stop doubting yourself. I think you're a great player. I'm not doubting myself. I know I'm a great player. I'm not better than Dina, though. There is a good balance between confidence and arrogance. Like you want to be confident, you don't want to be arrogant. I know I'm not stronger than Dina, and that's fine. Maybe one day I will be. Not right now. What age would you consider an Ankh? I don't know. It all depends. Like if you're 20 and you're talking to somebody that is 13, you're an Ankh already to them. But if I'm talking to somebody that is like 23 and I'm 25, I don't think I'm an Ankh to them. It's all about the perspective. Peter is like 25. Yes, I am. Oh, we got h6. Okay, so this is a clear indication that the opponent wants to castle short. h6 prevents the idea of mate. Next move is castle shorts. That's my guess. The engine wants queen back to e2. The engine says we're happy with inducing h6. And I suppose the idea is now to go queen e4. Forcing g6. And I say forcing because you can't block like this. And if you block like this, you lose the pawn right back. And then we're back in the game. Although surprisingly, this is still better for black, believe it or not. Bishop h3. This. And I guess bishop b6. That's why. And you have to play... What? Oh, well, there's bishop f4. Rook f6. Bishop d3. g5. Nice. Imagine black finds this. But I mean, black wouldn't get to that position. Queen e2 and castles and queen here, you just play g6. Although, wait, you lose this. Rook f8. This could be an interesting way to try and get back in the game. Black is still winning. But we are not down material. I guess the queen is kind of trapped in the middle of the board. Like, queen g3, bishop d5. That's crazy, the queen is trapped. You go here, bishop b6 check. And g5. Oh. You win the bishop. So, very hard to navigate. Oh, okay, we got a move. I like it. I like it. So, Matt is speeding up. It's not the best move, but we get a move. I like it. Now g5 is very strong. g5 just pushes the bishop back. It is a tough move to play for the opponent though, because you're accepting that the king either castles long or doesn't castle at all. You don't really want to castle on this side after you push h and g pawn. But that said, castling long is fine. There's nothing for white. But it might feel like, if you're looking at that position in your mind during the game, you might feel a little bit worried maybe. So g5 is the preferred move by the engine, and it's a move that would require a somewhat, not crazy high, but a high level of chess understanding. Otherwise, castles. And castles is what we had predicted. But surprisingly, this is not as good. After a4, if you play this, you're kind of blocking your own bishop. Now we can push the b pawn because the rooks are connected. But the bishop can always activate through b6. That's my idea. So b6, bishop e5. There's still a lot of life in this position, guys. Parker Hood says, why no game review? Respectfully from me. Are you asking me why I didn't review your game? Hello, Amur. Hello, Pranay. You've got a watcher from India. Actually, 25% of my viewership is from India. But I always love to hear it. Who do you think would win, Magnus Carlsen Pro Max versus Mikhail Tal? What does Magnus Carlsen Pro Max mean? Magnus Carlsen versus Tal? I mean, Magnus, I think, would wipe the floor with Tal, respectfully. It's just like they're from different generations. Magnus is the strongest player in the modern era. Mikhail Tal was one of the strongest players 50 years ago. Chess was very different 50 years ago. He did become world champion, but for just 1 year. Statistics said no game review. Again, I don't know what you're talking about. Then wouldn't say why. No, I'm really not sure what you're talking about. Can you please review my game? Oh, not again. Guys, I'm sorry. It doesn't work like this. But I prefer Tal, so Tal wins. I'm sure Tal would get a few wins. Like, if they play 100 games, Tal would win, I don't know, like 20. And I would imagine like Magnus wins like 40 and the rest are draws. Magnus is the best player in 2026, but Mikhail Tal is the best of chess. I wish that was true, but it isn't. If you go back and look at the games from Mikhail Tal, very often those moves that were like brilliant sacrifices are just unsound. And a modern day grandmaster, especially a super grandmaster, would have punished them. Okay, the opponent is having a longer think than usual. I mean, he played h6 to castle, but after seeing bishop f4, I am guessing that he's considering g5, and that is why he's taking some more time to think. Wait a second though. Oh no, yeah, of course, g5 there's not this because there's no communication between the pieces. That's what I was thinking. Another move apparently is rook g8. That's an ugly move. Hate it. So g5, guys, the point is, yes, this looks weak, but black can castle long. As white, we could be happy to get something like this because it looks like we might get some counterplay. Like this might be... I mean, I don't know. I want to be positive, but this really doesn't look like a good position. Like if it was a blitz game, it's one thing. But having this in a classical game is really, really, really not good. And all stemmed from g3. After g3, we still had a chance to say like, you know what, I messed up, knight to a3, and this is still better for black because we're just down a pawn. Although queen takes is not even the best move, apparently d6 is the best move. But let's say queen takes, and we're still in the game. I mean, we're down a pawn, but this time we do have more activity. Like rook b1, okay, and black has only developed these 3 pieces, whereas all of these pieces are pretty active. Despite the bishop is on the starting square, it's very open. And we still have central control with this pawn. I mean, yeah, again, don't get me wrong, black is better. It was just a slightly better version compared to what we got in the game, where black is up a pawn, but also equal in activity. Also, in that other variation, with knight to a3, notice that we still have the bishop pair, whereas black has the 2 knights. So that is another advantage for white. That makes it slightly more acceptable to play this position. And like, let's say castles, you can play something like bishop b2, I would imagine, and like activate everything. Knight c4, yeah. This was a little bit more playable. Sorry for the barking, guys. There's dogs in the house. If fools will resign, what do wise players do when they're losing? Well, they play on and try to draw. Yeah, wise players might make a draw if they're good enough. Parker, I know who Sadistic is, but you're making no sense. Like you're saying that Sadistic said no review. What is that supposed to mean? Review of what? In what scenario? Bro has iShow speed in his house. I have 2 iShow speeds. Let's see if we can hear a little bit of the sound in the venue. If I do this, can you guys hear the venue now? Can you let me know if you can hear the venue? Can anybody confirm if they hear the venue or not? The venue is silent. That's odd. You guys should be able to hear it. We can hear a little bit. Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, I don't think anybody's talking, so it's more a matter of like, can you hear anything at all? Yeah, coughing. Okay, so you do hear it. Okay, I'll turn it off a little bit. We don't really need to hear it. Unless, like, do you like to hear it? Do you want to hear the venue? Oh yeah, you do? Okay. I can leave the venue sound on. Okay, so we had a look at a few lines. The opponent is winning, but they have to find the right way. So I have faith. I want to believe that Matt can bounce back. As long as he doesn't resign, he keeps posing questions, he keeps making the position harder and harder to convert. Hey Cole, how are you doing, brother? Hey, yes, I'm doing the commentary for Matt. How are you doing, my brother? Parker says it doesn't make a difference really. Okay, well then I'll just leave it on. I'll just leave it on in case something happens. Hi, people and Pietro have just joined. Welcome, welcome. I'm doing well. It looks like Matt has a tough game ahead of him. Yeah. Listen, I'll just show you what happened this far. He went wrong in the opening, unfortunately. So we got a scotch, and this unusual move, Queen H4, which I think is theory. It's like one of the kind of traps in the scotch, and Matt knew some of it. Like he played correctly here, ignoring the threat on the pawn, because if bishop takes, and queen takes, white actually gets a lot of activity after castles. The queen and king are on the same line. But he went wrong here. Like knight b5 is not great, simply because after the bishop defends the fork threat, you don't really have anything and you have to go back. And here he really didn't want to accept that he has to go back, I think. That's my guess. And he decided to play g3, which is a mistake. This allows the queen to reroute to a better square where it wanted to go anyway. And then he played knight to d5, which was just like a straight up blunder. Knight takes, pawn takes, takes, and he's down a pawn. And so that's how we got to this position where he is just lose. Oh no. Oh no. The opponent does find g5. Guys, this was the correct way to keep the maximum initiative for black. I was hoping that he wouldn't, simply because this means that he's accepting castling long. But clearly this guy is like, he is a good chess player. He knows his stuff. And he gave up the idea of castling short because he realized that he has something better on his hands. So the best way for Matt to play here was either queen e2, which, I mean, what is queen e2? Or a4. a4 makes already a little bit more sense. You're just trying to activate the pieces. Rook takes a4, and this would have been equal. Crazy stuff. Oh, but of course, because if black doesn't castle, and let's say something like this, you win a piece. This is pinned. So castles is the only move. And, I mean, now you have some more activity for the pawn. So a4 was a very, very important move to find. If b4 happens, you basically shut down the bishop. Or not right away, because we lose the rook. What can we play? Queen e2. Okay, well, anyway. The opponent finds g5 and punishes bishop f4. Tricky opening to defend. Yeah, it's unfortunate. Nothing he can't defend. Yes, let's stay positive. I will say that the opponent has been playing great chess. Like, literally. Wait, can I see the accuracy, actually? Yes. 98.1 accuracy from the opponent. Whereas Matt is on 86.1. So, black is playing pretty much a perfect game. Hey, Spanish hate bale. Haiti bal. Sorry. Is it possible to trap the queen? I don't think so. I'm not sure what you're thinking of. Matt should fight for a draw. Yes, definitely. Or if he's lucky, even a win. The opponent could always mess up later in the game. Remember, the blunders are always there on the board waiting to be made by someone who isn't us. Yes. And by us, I suppose. Yeah, G5 really, really sucks to see. Like, there's no sacrifice, there's nothing. Just queen takes, and the game is over. There's not this. We can take. Like, you just have to go back. Queen takes. The engine is still 1c4. Or rook f to d1. Sorry, rook f. Yeah, rook f d1. Ah, tough. Is there like some kind of annoying draw with bishop here? Almost. If it wasn't for bishop f7. Queen e4. King f8. I mean, these are only moves though. So, like, it wasn't a completely stupid idea. Bishop here. Bishop c3, again, only move. Rook a b1. And black has to find rook e8. What? Wait, queen a3? Queen e7? Wait, what? Queen takes? Oh, because then this is defended. Is there any point where we can just take this? Bishop takes h8. I mean, this could be tricky. Bishop g7. But the other thing is that black doesn't even have to take that bishop. In fact, like, queen f6 and you just have to move back. But it was an idea. Okay, we get bishop e3 and long castles. Wow. Instantly. Yeah. The opponent is on go mode. Cole says I like this though. What, the line with bishop g6? If fools will resign, what are you when you're losing? No draw. I don't know. You lose. Yeah, the nice bishop sack. Yeah, the problem is that chess is not checkers, so black didn't have to take that queen here and bishop here, just like queen back. If you take, like, there might be some complications, but yeah. Black doesn't have to enter this. If this pawn was pushed, then we could, like, start checking, but fortunately not. But those are the type of moves that I'm looking for when I'm in a losing position. Hey Max, thank you, man. Chess isn't checkers. Yeah, I mean, facts. Hey Luke, thank you. Thank you for being here. It's a pleasure to commentate for the great Matt. Hopefully we're going to see some kind of upset here. Let's see. What can we do if we are Matt playing this position? So again, I don't mind a4. The engine says a4 is okay. But the preferred move is actually... I'm letting the engine think a little bit. Either rook f to b1, which personally I would never play. because we're removing some defense from the f pawn. We're dropping the rook on the a1 square. I don't really see the point. Oh no, I do see the point actually. We're defending this with the rook and we're preparing b4. But then again, I suppose, like, if the bishop goes back, is this that bad? You know, like, you might look at this as somebody like maybe 1200 and think, oh, tripled pawns, this is horrible. But actually, like, no. Do you actually have any way to punish the pawns? And the honest answer is no. Like b4, we kind of paralyze the pawns, but that's fine. These pawns are a shield for the white king, the black king, sorry. And like even just king b8, the king is safe. The king is safe behind this pawn wall. So actually, if rook f happens, bishop back is not the best option. The engine wants king b8. After b4, wait, what? Bishop takes b. Oh yes, no, you can't. You can just take. We lose the rook in the corner. Damn it. Really, really, really hard to find a plan. Like that's the main issue with this position. It is really hard to find any meaningful plan for white. b3 is another option that the engine likes. We're kind of blunting down this bishop. We're getting mobility with the rook. We might be preparing a4 with the help of another pawn. We might be preparing c4, although the bishop hangs. So it's tough. It's tough when the opponent, you know, like Matt made one mistake here. This plan was wrong, and the opponent punished it with a fist of iron. Like, he found all of the right ways to punish this, and he's playing a great game. Seems like a risky line with rook fb1. Yeah, I don't like it. It's just what the engine was suggesting as one of the options. Bro, I am 1100 at the age of 14. Can I be 2000 in the coming years? Of course. I started playing chess when I was 21, and I'm 2100 now at 25. Unfortunately, the great Matt is losing. Yeah, he is losing here, unfortunately. Chess Mastery says, you didn't review my game, as I didn't review the games of a lot of people. I only reviewed 15 games this far. Yeah, thank you, Spanish Haiti. Yeah, I'll stop begging Broski for him to review your games. I mean, I get it, guys, but I genuinely cannot review 4,000 games. Like, surely you understand that. You're looking like DC Superman. Who, me? I definitely take that as a compliment. Fide Chess says, hello Pietro, hello. Hello Fide Chess. Are you the actual Fide? Do we have Fide in chat, guys? That's crazy. Okay, Matt getting kind of comfortable. Shaking his head. He's not happy with the position. Understandably. Again, taking his time to think. We're down almost 40 minutes on the clock. But I mean, I get it. It's hard to find any meaningful plan. Other moves that the engine didn't suggest that might be options are like maybe Queen e2. Queen takes. Rook here. Queen. Okay, the engine says Queen e5. a4. You know, we might be able to generate something actually. The engine hates this. The engine claims that this is lost. Like lost. It says bishop c3. Don't we have something like this? Oh, but b4, wow. That's nasty. That's just nasty at this point. Wait, do we have something like this? Am I hallucinating? Oh, if only it wasn't for the defense of the queen and the pawn. But I mean, isn't that every chess position? If only, if only. Bishop a7, king here. There's nothing. I mean, even if you win the queen, you're down a million pieces. This is lost. Black does have tripled pawns, and we do have a queen. So, you know, I guess never say never. But also, like, this is coming, this is coming. What can we do? I mean, maybe check? King b7. Trying to infiltrate here. Rook d1, king up, and we lose the queen. Yeah. It's an interesting concept, though. Basically sacrifice a pawn to perform counterplay. Yeah, something like that. But it's not enough. Today every game was a draw. Alright, thanks for the update. I'll have a look. He's talking about candidates, for those of you who are not reading the chat. Pietro, when will you go? Do you mean to Reykjavik? Maybe next year. But I am going to Granke Festival in a couple of days. Today is the 30th. So in 2 days I'll be traveling to Karlsruhe, where the Granke Festival is, with a lot of other streamers. And Matt. I'm going to go there with Matt. Luke says, oh wow, I just saw the time difference. What move is it? It is move... Whew, move 16. We are on move 16, damn. Oh no. Yeah, move 16. Okay, guys. I'm going to take a very, very short toilet break. I'll be right back. I'll leave the game on so you can see what happens. Be right back. Alright, I'm back. Still no move, I see. Yeah, toilet break. I am back, I'm back. Sorry. I had a lot to drink. I'm sipping this. I mean, I can't show it because I'm not doing a sponsored segment, but I'm drinking like this strawberry milk drink. It's very nice. Treating myself. His later in Petro's YouTube, Majestic Royal Sacrifice. Well, it depends if we get a Majestic Royal Sacrifice or not. From the looks of it, it doesn't seem like it. Oh, Matt is not happy. I'm just looking now at the live feed. He's not happy. Oh, I thought he was going for a move. I mean, there's a lot to consider here, but at the same time, not much to find, I'm afraid. Interesting. Yeah, a4 I think is literally the only move to keep the game going. b3 maybe. Any other move, it's game over. a4, the thing is, like, you're trying to get some counterplay, opening up this. Bishop back takes, and like you see how the eval is going back to equality right away. Bishop takes e3, b takes. We're gaining back the pawn. Oh wait. Oh, this doesn't look good though. Rook f2. This seems like an option though, to be back in the game a little bit. Yeah, queen d1 I like. I see that the engine also wants queen d1 because we have to get the queen back in the game, and it's the only safe square to do that. So a4, the best continuation for black is b4. And then we have b3. We're kind of locking down the position. Wait, is not b3 the move? Rook a b1. Okay. I guess we're going for this, trying to open up lines. Wow, b3. Takes? Oh, we lose the bishop. Oh no. But I mean, he has to go for something like this. Pietro, what country are you from? I am Swiss, but I was born in Argentina. Little bit of lore drop here. Shouldn't the queens be traded after the position is equal? What moment are you talking about? a4. What was the line that we looked at? Interestingly, rook takes d3 is the second best move for black, which looks kind of nut. I would be happy to see rook takes c3. At least we're not down material anymore. What's the idea? Rook d8. Oops. Rook here. Yeah, this makes no sense. Like, what is this bishop? I just followed the top engine moves, and the engine is claimed that white is lost. I would be jubilant as white to see that. Okay, we get b3. One of the two, like, only moves that made some sense. I wonder if b4 is a thing. Apparently not. My apologies. A3. Okay, so like there are ways for the opponent to go wrong. The opponent, the opponent is up 40 minutes on the clock. Oof. So the opponent has time to figure this out. Now, the engine wants bishop d5. Isn't there this on bishop d5? Oh no, we lose material. Sorry, like this is attacking this and this is attacking this. Oh, the opponent already played a move. Yeah, like this position is way too simple to play. Way too simple to play. Everything is better for black. This was not even one of the top engine moves. But it's good enough. It's still -2. Like it literally doesn't matter. That's the issue with playing a position like this. Now, I wonder if a4 still works. Again, the engine wants rook takes d3. I don't fully understand this. I have to be honest, I don't fully understand this. Bishop c3 again. What? Oh, to get this? To get an outpost for the bishop? Is that the whole point of sacrificing an entire rook? I suppose this is also hanging. This is weak. I mean, okay. But it's such a hard move to play. Especially if you're winning. Why would you go for crazy complications sacrificing the rook, right? A4, like, just play something like b4 and you're fine. You're still better as black. Not as better, apparently, because this bishop is not as active, but the bishop can always come back to b6. When are you visiting Pyongyang? I don't know where that is. Where is that? I'm from Ukraine and I'm 180 ELO. How can I improve? So on chess.com, there's a lot of lessons. I would pick like... Actually, you know what? Not even the lessons. There is one thing that I think is called... let me check what it's called for you. It's like a type of lesson, but it's more like kind of like a series of lessons. Oh, it's called Learn. If you go on chess.com from the app and you go on Learn, you get this path of like of like lessons. You go from the bottom and you start with the lessons, lesson 1, lesson 2, and so on. You go through them. You do them, even just one per day, time 2 weeks, and you're at least 300. Pyongyang is the capital of North Korea. Please tell your opinions about HRE. What are you talking about with HRE? Hira says we have to pay though. Oh, you have to pay for that? For that function of chess.com? I wouldn't know because like the last few years I've always had the membership, like the basic one. Because I was using chess.com so much that it just made sense for me to have it. I do have the paid version of chess.com. So I'm not sure if this is a pro feature or not. But if it is, you can find stuff like this for free everywhere. Like, you can download Duolingo Chess and do the same thing for free. So HRE, Holy Roman Empire. So you're asking me my opinion on the Roman Empire. Why? What do I want? Like, what do you want me to tell you? It was a big empire many years ago. That's my opinion. like I'm sorry, I don't have anything elaborated for that. I don't contrarily to what Instagram might have you think, most men don't think about the Roman Empire every day. Okay, mat is almost down to 15 minutes. The opponent is still confidently over an hour. How does he stay sitting at the board all the time? I walk away from the board at least once every 10 minutes. I cannot sit still for that long. My knees start to hurt. My back starts to hurt. It's different now that I'm streaming because I can just move a little bit. I can move my legs. When I'm in a game, I can't really do that unless I walk away from the board. Bro, the Roman Empire you're thinking of is not the same as Holy Roman Empire. Then I guess I have even less thoughts about it. Random question, but Palestine or Israel? I'm not gonna get political here. Why are you asking this on a chess stream? Let's just enjoy the chess. For you walk a lot, I watch your games. Yeah, I do. Also, I drink a lot during the games, so I need a toilet like every 15 minutes. That's another thing. Oh, we gotta move. We get what? Excuse me? Bishop e2? Okay. Okay, let's try to understand this move. Bishop e2. Is he looking to play bishop g4 and trade off the light square bishops? Rook ad1. Maybe he wants to yeah, maybe he just wants to add some pressure on the central file. Maybe he wants to control the file. But if he wanted to do that, I suppose we could have played the rook ad1 first and then decide what to do with the bishop. Which is, by the way, one of the top engine. Oh, it is the top engine move. The second one is bishop e4. Bishop e4 looks very loose though. I don't like bishop e4. Yeah. This is what the engine wants. If a trade happens, black is super happy. But okay, bishop e2. Bishop e2, bishop e2. We'll have to ask him what his idea was. Maybe he's also trying to go to the fianchetto, bishop f3 and bishop g2. That might be another idea. I don't hate bishop e2. I want to make that clear. I'm just trying to understand why this move over other moves. I suppose now, like, also g4 is never an option, but I don't think that black was looking to play g4. I wonder if... Okay, we got bishop to c3. Yeah, black is gonna go b4. Okay, like now you're playing white mat, rook ad1 pre-move, like instant. You have 16 minutes. Rook ad1 is your move. Lovely. And he does it. Very good. Now we're talking. Now we're talking biscuits. Now I am expecting either b4 by the opponent. Wait, b4, a3? No. What am I talking about? That gives a passed pawn. So b4, I think makes a lot of sense. What does the engine think? Bishop d5. Bishop d5 again, okay. Bishop d5 here makes more sense. Because there's nothing to refute that bishop. We can't take it. We can't go to f3. b4 is just very standard, very solid. Good move. He could also just trade the rooks. Make a trade like this. Every trade favors black, and then play before. Like, there's no way to lose this as black. The opponent is having a think. And the issue is that, like, he can afford it. He can literally not play a move for the next 45 minutes. Go for a walk, grab a coffee, read the journal, read the newspaper, come back, and still be winning. That's the annoying part. And he's playing fast. King b8. Again, like, any move is fine. He's just better in this position. Okay. I don't think he should trade low key. Why not? He's up a pawn. I think Switzerland was part of the HRE, that's why I asked. Okay. Oh my god, why are you guys talking about the Byzantine Empire? We're looking at a chess game. How did it come to this? By the way, go follow Matt on his channel, Houseline TV, on Twitch. That's HOUSELINE TV. Spelling in my second language. I could not be a spelling bee though, don't think. Peter, how are you alive till now watching? Bro, what? Oh, okay, we got a rook trade. Apparently if queen takes, this gives away a pretty significant chunk of advantage. Oh yeah, because of course this drops the pawn. But yeah, just rook takes. I don't think he should have traded. The engine doesn't mind it. Why not continue with this plan though, of rerouting the bishop? Bishop f3 looks very active. If black trades, now this trade is on our terms. And he cannot bring another rook here, because again we win the pawn. And you can't check because of the bishop. All of a sudden it's equal. So I don't really like rook takes. I think here I would have played bishop f3. Bishop here. Yeah, bishop here. We might now be creating some weaknesses. No, I mean, not really. In different points in the game, the engine has been shouting for h4. Whoa. Oh wait, that's unnecessary. You can take first. And then this. And black is still up a clean pawn. Although keep in mind, if we enter an endgame, like, let me just play something ridiculous to show you what I mean. What can I do? Let's say bishop here, and bishop takes, and then black gives up the bishop. If we get something like this, it's not that easy to make progress. Like, you have 2 pawns each on this side, and a 3-on-4 on this side. I suppose if this pawn was here, this would be even easier to draw. Like this, there's a higher chance for black to create a passed pawn. But this might be holdable. What does the engine want? Rook e2. I guess we're just losing another pawn here. Okay, but let's say that's not a thing. Okay, let's play here. And oh, look at that. King f1, rook e2 is not possible anymore, and this is already closer to a draw. Okay, f5. Let's say, I don't know, c4. Oh, he has rook e4. Okay, like it kind of works out. That's annoying. Okay, he plays the other rook to d1. So he's trying to trade everything. I mean, okay, again, if we manage to enter an opposite color bishop endgame, that might still be another draw. How can I make this happen? Let's say, okay, like bear with me for a second. I'm gonna blunder the queen and then win it back. Wait, what? Oh, oops. Okay, let me just blunder the bishop then. Let's go here and here. Oh no, because I want to blunder this bishop. Okay, let's put it here. I mean, now this is a draw because of the opposite color bishops. This is even more of a draw because of the tripled pawns. So maybe that's what he's envisioning. He's maybe trying to reach an opposite color bishop endgame. Does that make sense? I know that it's kind of odd the way that I put it, but hopefully you guys got the idea. Okay, the opponent does trade. You know what? I don't hate this idea, Baima. I don't hate this idea. Queen f3. You can't take, you lose the queen. Queen takes, bishop takes, pawn takes. And this is still winning for black apparently. Very hard to convert though. Okay, opponent plays bishop d4, best move. Great move as a matter of fact. Opponent still sitting at 96 accuracy. Kind of bananas. And queen f3. Okay, best move. Good. I like that he's playing some faster moves. Hey, Voidai, long time no see indeed. How are you, man? Peter, please speak Arabic. I can't speak Arabic. I don't know any Arabic. What are you guys talking about? That's like selling a private jet for 5 cents? What? Okay, what does the opponent do? Queen e5. Opponent is not, like, he's not bothered. He's playing instant moves. The issue is that we have no good way of entering an opposite color bishop endgame. Do we have something like... Whoa, what? Oh, queen e1. Queen e1, we lose the queen. That's crazy. So we can't take the bishop. Hopefully Matt will see that. Although, like, he has 15 seconds, so like, we're entering the territory where he might blunder stuff like this because of the time. And those of you who only play online chess might think like, oh, 15 minutes, that's like an entire rapid game. But in a classical game, time works a little bit differently. Like, it's perceived differently. Like, I don't know how else to put it. 15 minutes, you feel under pressure. for sure. The engine is saying bishop d2. We cover this. I guess bishop d5. Like this. Is the queen almost trapped? Oh my god, this is so bad. Oof, you're threatening bishop h1. Oh no. Oh no, you're not. No. Random move, bishop h1 doesn't work. Because of... Oh, you can't play f3 because of this! Oh no! You have to go queen f1 to prevent mate. This is crazy. Oh no! Oh wait, for a second I thought that this happened. Thankfully it didn't. Queen e5 still on the board. Opponent, please play slow so that he can interact with the chat. Come on, I'm interacting quite a bit. Pietro, what time is it at your place? It's 15 past 8. 8 p.m. Oh, we gotta move. Don't tell me he took... Oh no. He did take. Guys, what did I tell you? No! What? The opponent doesn't see the... Oh, no way. Okay. You know what? This actually gives me confidence because it means that the opponent is overconfident. The opponent is way too confident. He thinks, oh, I'm up an hour, I'm up a pawn, any move is fine. And he misses something basic like queen to e1 check. Queen to e1 is like a simple tactic. Simple tactic to find. I cannot stress how simple this is. Because in every position, especially with an hour on the clock, you need to be aware of the checks and the captures. This is the only check. It's the only check. So you have to consider it, and there is only one move for white. King g1. And then it's like, it's so straightforward to notice that this is like, oh, wow. Okay, honestly, this is the worst move in the game. Like, I don't care about what Matt blundered. Queen takes d4 pre-move is the worst move in the game this far. Okay. I mean, it's pretty bad that Matt blundered this as well, but I guess it was harder to see from afar. But once you're in this position, like, come on. Okay, and the opponent avoids queen trade. That's kind of crazy. This is just winning for black. I suppose he's not confident in his endgame skills, which is a good sign. And Matt is giving up a pawn. Why? Is he trying something like this? Guys, I wanna stay positive, but I'm worried that this might be the end. Opponent is going too fast. Yeah. Yeah, like that's literally the tiniest bit of hope I have left, that the opponent is overconfident and messes up. Hey, spare some slack to the old uncle. If it was a kid, then it's okay. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. This guy is in a tournament. He's playing a serious tournament. He's playing a great game of chess. If he plays a horrible move, I am going to call it out. Also, how is it okay to to like insult a kid but not an old man? Not that I'm insulting him, but like, Ay. Opponent having a think. I mean, even bishop here, I suppose it's a move. Oh no, because of f3. F3 is a shame. You wanna know what the best move for the engine is? B6. What? Why? B6? This is one of those moves that you're either a super grandmaster and you've understood something that every human being on the planet misses, or like, what is B6? But anyway. Oh, maybe B6 is trying to avoid the perpetual checks and wants to... Yeah, okay. But it's so unnecessary, come on. It's so unnecessary. Like, just take the pawn. You're fine. Check. King a7. Oh, maybe he doesn't want to lose this. And then there's always the threat of perpetual. Like, for example, Queen b1, it's a perpetual check. So, maybe we might actually see b6 on the board. We might see b6 on the board, actually. I take back what I said. It's not that crazy of a move. You're basically just making sure that this pawn doesn't fall. And that there's no counterplay. Bro, it's mad raining here where I am. Oh my god, I'm so jealous. I love the rain. I love the sound of the rain. I love like the vibe of the rain. And it never rains. Yeah, avoid I getting king to safety, exactly. Checking checkers sent a game. I'm not sure why. Or what game is it? What I hope doesn't happen is that the opponent starts thinking for like 40 minutes just because he can. That would be quite annoying. King f1, by the way, I don't fully understand. Yeah. I don't fully understand King f1. Like, I guess we have no way to defend this pawn. B takes a4, B takes a4, and Queen takes a4. So maybe like he's just preparing for an endgame, and that's the idea. Maybe that's it. The opponent might be looking for a knockout punch. Maybe that's why they're not taking the pawn. Oh yeah, no. But also, yeah, we saw that there's this. There's no reason to allow this. Queen a1. The queen has to come back. Oh, but now bishop g4 works. Uh-huh. King e1. Queen c3. This is low-key resignable. If you played Magnus Carlsen, how cooked would you be from 1 to 10? I would say like 9.5. Okay. No, Matt. No. Now I think the opponent can just trade everything. Can't they? And this is a one pawn and king endgame. King c8. Let's try to walk through it. King d2. King here. King up. We're trying to activate the kings. Check. Don't want to allow the king in. C4 says the engine. f5 check. Yeah, this would be completely over. So after king e1, if the opponent takes here, the game is over. This is a textbook one endgame for black. You're just up a pawn. If here, king e6 again, preparing f5. There is literally nothing we can do. This is always stopped. I mean, I suppose black would have to show some endgame technique. Oh, okay. So we get b6, f3, and bishop back. Opponent doesn't feel confident enough to enter the endgame. Can we take here? Oh no, wait, it's white to move. White to move. Now if we check, it's like the king just goes up. So I suppose like king f2, I'm pinning the bishop, is an option. What else? h4? What? What is h4? G takes, queen h2 check. I mean, yeah, everything is winning. Okay, we get king d2. I like the fighting spirit. Now black can still take on a2. It's even better because now this pawn doesn't fall. If I was black, yeah, I would take a2, win a heartbeat. Now this also opens up a new check. The queen can always come back through this diagonal. Black is Zuckenfluken. I don't know what that means. Can he just play king c8 first? I'm not sure what moment you're talking about. I think that Ank is gonna take it. If you mean a2, yes. Makes sense. Oh, we gotta move. Queen to h7. This blunders this. Queen takes h6. Queen a5 check. Oh, this is brutal. Oh! Ooh. Mate in 9. Let's try to find it. Mate in 9. If here, check, king up, check, king here, check. Oh, okay, too many arrows. Here, check. No, is this not it? c5. Wait, what? Is this mate? Oh my god, this is mate. Oh, opponent plays bishop takes b3. His accuracy is 88%. It's gone down a little bit, but he still played pretty much perfectly. Here he had a chance to end the game with queen e1, which the opponent missed. And you see, I mean, mat is down on time, so he just has to play fast now, and in a position like this is going to call for even more mistakes, unfortunately. Okay, we have queen a5 check, so again playing the best moves the opponent. Now if Matt decides to go up, we saw that there is a mate incoming, king here and queen here. Bishop e2, bishop here, and you're losing the bishop. There's nothing you can do. Whereas if here, c5, okay, we get king c1. It makes sense. If this and the opponent repeats, we're happy to repeat. Of course, that's not going to happen. Okay, the opponent gives another check. Oh, I suppose he wants to come out this way. Makes some sense. We got king d2. Queen d4, yeah, king back. Okay. This is entering cooked territory. Although this pawn is hanging, black can defend like this, so that the bishop is not falling. Okay, what is he doing? Oh, this is also defending, and now he can move the bishop away. Yeah, aye. Bishop d5, attacks the pawn. I think we might see a resignation pretty soon. Checking Checker says, why was I timed out in Sadistic Tushi? I mean, how would I know? But I bet you know. You might have typed something that Tushi didn't like. Okay, we get queen h8. We're gonna see king b7. The opponent played a really good game. Matt is trying to get the queens off the board. Not a bad idea. But we are down 2 pawns. This is much harder to hold. Look at this beast of pawn mass. Although white can create a passed pawn. Let's say a random move, h4. All of a sudden we have a plan. Black is still winning though. Black refusing to enter the endgame. Wow, that is really surprising to me. Like, that is a 1 endgame, no questions asked. This really tells me that Black is not confident with his endgames. Black feels like a very tactical player. I'm just curious. I know that the game is moving pretty quickly, but I want to see with that endgame a little bit. Takes. The engine wants king c8 or c5. Okay, let's play c5. Let's say that white does create the passed pawn. G takes. Bishop back to try and cover this diagonal. Bishop e2 here. Oh, this is not as straightforward as I thought. If you trade, you lose because the pawn promotes. What else? B4 check. B5 check. What? King takes b5. Bishop takes d3 check. Oh my god! And you created your own passed pawn that is faster. Imagine that. Okay, so I guess black is onto something. Like, it's not as easy as I thought. So after there, we get this, and Matt creates a passed pawn. We got it. He creates a passed pawn. Oh, but the bishop is hanging. Wait, what? I guess the opponent didn't want to allow this. But surely there's a checkmate now. Somewhere. There has to be. Okay, let's follow the game. Wow. Matt gives up the bishop. So he's going all in. He's putting all of his eggs in this basket. The bishop falls. We only have one plan, which is h5. But I mean h5, queen takes. You have to keep the queen on the board. Queen h4. Bishop here. We make sure that there's never a promotion. Yeah, yeah, they're following exactly that line. We might see a resignation pretty soon. Like, as soon as this pawn falls, Matt will resign. Or at least should. What is he gonna play? Yeah, white knight. I'm sorry. Yeah, we get queen h4. Queen h4, queen h4, queen e4, maybe trying to trade again here, and you block the pawn. I mean, at this point, everything is winning. Yeah, okay, the opponent goes bishop e4 to prevent this. Now, there's also going to be queen here, and there's going to be a checkmate. Nothing that we can do. Let's say push, queen here. If you push, takes, like, king here is mate. King here. There's going to be another mate somehow. Like, yeah. What? What is b4? Oh, because he's trying to check here. Yeah, okay, he played it as I was trying to put it on the board. We have M on the evaluation bar. Mate incoming with b3. King d1. b2, and you can't avoid a new queen. Oi, oi, oi. b3 is GG. If b3 and this, he can even just take. Yeah, b3. Are we gonna see a resignation from Matt? Yeah, the black king is chilling. Chilling. Oh no, he pushes. It's over. It's over. It's completely over. I mean, yeah. b2 check here. Queen a3, and this is mate. Look at that. Push. Wait. And then you got a second queen. Oh, okay. Yeah. B takes, and it's over. There you go. We get a resignation. Handshake. Matt and the opponent kind of talking about the game a little bit. Wondering about what went wrong. It's been like that. Unfortunately, Matt was really counting on this game to get a 4 out of 8 for the tournament. Very strong tournament. Very strong opponent. The opponent played a great game of chess. Damn close to perfection. Some moments where maybe there was an easier way to finish the game, but I mean, it didn't really matter at that point. He was completely winning. The opponent gained an advantage from the opening and never let go. So just to remind what happened, from the opening, we got this g3 and knight to d5. Pretty significant blunder that allowed black to enter a pawn-up game, basically. From here, Matt had to find a lot of very precise moves to even hope to generate something. But he was also taking a lot of time for this, and the opponent found all of the best ways to punish white. And got a great activity, great position, traded pieces, went down this endgame, missed an opportunity here to win the queen with this. Maybe here is where they lost most of their accuracy. But overall, there was nothing for Matt to do, unfortunately. The opening went so wrong that the rest of the game was already written in stone. And from here, he tried to sacrifice the bishop to create a passed pawn, but with the right play, again, black ended up winning the game. Here, the game could continue like this. The king and 4 pawns, you better believe black is going to get a new queen. Alright, let's see. Let's wait for a little bit and see if Matt is going to join the live stream to talk with us for a little bit. Kirak says, Peter, we should do more of this. Well, it depends on whether we get other tournaments from other creators that I can commentate. Yeah, that guy gaming, I'm sorry. Matt unfortunately lost and is now sitting on 3 out of 8 for the tournament. Let's see if Matt is gonna call me. Actually, give me a second to put my headphones on. Alright, let's see. Just a second, guys. We're gonna get Matt on the live stream probably, if he feels like talking. Yes, I do know Matt. We met in London about a month ago, and we have known each other online for some 6 months. Well, maybe not 6, but something like that. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna wait for Matt to enter Discord and see if he's gonna talk to us. Just give me a second, guys, okay? Alright. Let's give Matt a call. Just waiting for him to answer on Discord. Who is your idol? I have no idols. I just want to be the best version of myself. Getting deep at the end of the stream. Alright, I think we might have got Matt. Let's see. Matt, can you hear me? Let's wait a couple more minutes and see if Matt joins. He was trying to call me, so... Bro, playing Matt Stein's Arena. I don't know what that is. And Spanish Haiti ball is spamming bear, rabbit, chicken, and fox for some reason. Okay, I'll try to call him again. Hopefully we can get him on the line. Oh, okay. He said in the chat, analysis now, be there in a minute. So he's analyzing with the opponent. Right, then let's wait a little bit for him to come back. In the meantime, what shall we do? What shall we do while we wait for Matt? More questions? Does anybody have any more questions right now? Go through a game from the candidates. That's not a bad idea. Let's have a look. Just give me a second to get to the positions, okay? I don't have any of my chessboards here with me, unfortunately. So I can't show Dance Pietro Dance. No, never. Okay, let's go through the candidates. Give me 1 second. Then I'm only on my laptop, so it's a little bit messy here. Okay, 1 second. Got the window. Let me try to open a game. So, by the way, we have pretty weird candidates this year. A lot of players that we wouldn't necessarily have imagined that would have got to the candidates. So this was today, round 2, Matthias Blubaum against Andrei Yesipienko. Actually, let's have a look at some of the big guns. Let's have a look at Fabiano. So Fabiano defeated Hikaru yesterday. So he's cooking. And he was still playing white today, surprisingly. Oh no, wait, this is round 3, sorry. Round 2, Fabiano was playing black. Okay, makes more sense. Against Anish. Against Anish Giri. Whoa. Okay, 98.4 accuracy and 98.8. That's crazy. So we got a Queen's Gambit declined. Knight F3. Oh, okay. Went into a Catalan. A4. I'm not familiar with this move. I mean, I don't play the Catalan, so I'm not familiar with any of this anyway. Knight F2 D2 I see is the best move. Which is like, this is those things that you either know the theory extremely well, or you would just play Knight B2 D2, right? This seems more natural to me. But these guys have an understanding of the game that makes them understand. No. The knight f has to go to d2, probably because they want to keep this knight available for c3, or I guess a3. What? Wow. Black decides to give a bishop for a knight. Second best move. Okay, now the engine says best move. And again, this is a move that I would never play. Like, if anything, take the bishop for the bishop, right? But apparently this is good for white. 0.5. Whereas taking the knight here is not as good. And go figure why. Like, I don't know. Okay, 97. Castles. b4 makes sense. Okay. Doesn't black get a passed pawn? But then white gets the full center. I mean, the chess that these guys play is crazy. And black gains back the bishop. Double up. And yeah, I can see how this is now headed for a draw. They trade everything. There's nothing here. I mean, I guess you could try something like... Oh no, because you lose the pawn. Wait, what? Why didn't white just take the pawn here? Rook d1, bishop f1, and knight e4. Aren't we just promoting? Rook b1, rook b8. I guess there's never a way to move the rook without losing the pawn. Yeah, I mean, this is superhuman chess in my opinion. Yeah, guys, we're looking at candidates' games because we're waiting for Matt to come back and have a look at the game with us. Oh, there he is. Okay. He's calling me now.
Hey.
Hello.
Oh my god, I misplayed the open play. I know it's knight b5, like instead of bishop e2, and I have no idea why I played bishop e2 because he can just take the pawn.
Wait. Calm down. Can everybody confirm that you can hear Matt? Just 1 second. I think they can hear you now. Try saying something.
Hello. I played a terrible game. That's my worst game of the tournament, for sure.
Okay.
For sure.
Back to your game now to have a look.
Can you screen share with us in Discord so I can see kind of live what you're...
Yes, 1 second.
I don't know why I didn't play knight b5. I know this line. I've crushed this line in an OTB Classical before as well. Knight b5, bishop a6. Knight b5, bishop a5, even. But yeah, I can't see.
Somebody was saying in the chat that during a study stream you had looked at that specific line.
I've played this specific line. Like I've won OTB in this specific line as well. So I have no idea why I played bishop e2.
Okay, I'll just share with you the entire screen because for some reason I cannot send you the exact.
That's perfect.
So let me just get back to the start.
Oh, hang on. Why can I?
Okay, right. So you went down this scotch and he played queen h4.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting this. So you go knight c3, knight bishop b4, knight b5. Because you're putting loads of pressure in the position. And then you should go bishop a5.
Yeah.
To try and hold. And
but this transposes to the game, right?
This is not from the game, no.
No, but this transposes to the position in the game.
Okay, good. All right, because he should have taken the pawn. Yeah, now I should go knight a3 here, I think.
No, knight d4. So, like, that's the same thing that happened in the game. Basically, okay, with the insertion of knight to e7,
Yeah.
castles. This is okay. A6, the only move is knight to d4.
Okay.
Because the issue is that now knight a3, there's bishop
Yeah.
takes,
Uh huh.
pawn
And queen
takes,
takes.
yeah, and queen takes e4, and you don't have enough. Like in most of the lines, if the
Yeah.
queen takes the pawn, you have some kind of counterplay. But because black got the time to play knight e7, now black can just take the pawn.
I went too big and I pushed g3. I knew I was going down a pawn, but I thought it was interesting.
Okay. Yeah, I
um.
mean, what I was saying in the game is that I initially didn't even consider g3. I was wondering why you were thinking that long here, and
Yeah.
because I thought that the only moves to consider were either knight here or here. And then somebody in the chat, one of your viewers from Twitch, said, "I can promise you he's thinking about g3."
Yeah.
uh,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
and but the thing is with g3, like you go down a very forced line. Like queen f6, I think is
Yeah.
the only move that makes sense for
Yeah.
black.
Queen f6, knight d5, takes. He's up the pawn, but the structure's kind of terrible. But in hindsight, just the open h file is like a killer, and my activity is not good.
Yeah, I mean the thing is you're not really getting anything for that pawn. I don't think,
No.
because the king is completely safe.
Yeah.
There's if the bishop wasn't here and maybe you have rook e1 or something, then
Yeah.
maybe you can
Well,
argue that you have counterplay. But like this in this version, no. And now like you have to be super precise. Bishop d3
yeah. Well,
was basically the only move. Yeah.
bishop d3 had to be the only move, but I tanked so hard on this because I realized how bad my position was,
Yeah.
like in hindsight. And then I was like, yeah. So bishop d3, bishop a6, I'm cool with because bishop a6, I think I'm equalizing. I'm sorry, bishop h3, I think I'm equalizing. So bishop,
Oh,
he
if after bishop d3.
bishop d3, yeah, bishop h3, queen e2. I thought was the way, and then I go, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, this
Uh,
this was the whole purpose of bishop to d3. Black is still
yeah,
better, but yeah, I mean you have some play. At least you're getting some development here. The engine really liked these plans where you just open up the white king, using the
yeah,
fact
that
that you
makes
have
sense.
g3 as a hook, and the fact is the king here is still completely safe. And I mean to be fair, your opponent played damn near perfection. I think most of the
Yeah,
game.
yeah, he plays stuff like this all the time. When I was analyzing with him, he was hoping I was going to play d4 because he plays fucking e5.
Oh, against
Like he plays
d4.
like crazy stuff. Huh?
Against d4 he goes e5.
Yeah,
Oh no! Did you know that
yeah.
before the game? Did you have time to have a look at his games?
No, I didn't actually look at any of. I just looked at what he plays against e4, and he's played e5. But like, I didn't look at any of his other games. But yeah, he plays some crazy lines, man.
Okay.
From what he was showing me.
By the way, if you go back looking at the VOD, I was absolutely roasting you for the time usage. I'm sorry.
No, no. It's fair. It's fair because I just my time usage was because I just made terrible chess decisions and I was trying to fix them and I couldn't.
Yeah.
Like this is a game I feel worse about for sure.
The issue is that okay, like we messed up in the opening, but now like you can't.
But
Ending
it's
up
sharp.
half an
I
hour
get
lower on the clock
screwed.
is like you lost another pawn, right? Basically.
No, yeah, I know. But like my time usage usually isn't this bad. This is the first and only game I've done this in this tournament.
Okay.
It's because I was just like I was so pissed that I didn't play knight b5 earlier. And I just knight d4.
I
But
mean,
knight
if it
d4,
makes
do I
you
still not lose the pawn?
if it makes you feel any better, knight b5 earlier wasn't the right plan either. So like
No. But it's as soon as queen a, as soon as bishop. Is it not knight b5 here?
no, it's knight
After
b5. It's
bishop
knight
b4.
b5 right away, I think.
No, that's not right. That's
Queen
not no.
check.
The theory is that's the. Oh shit! It is.
It is. It
Fuck! I
is.
completely forgot.
I think this
Yeah.
is that Steinitz variation, right?
No. Yeah. This is the Steinitz very. Yep.
And
It
it
is.
looks crazy, but it somehow works. Good
No, this is
insertion.
the
Like
game. No. This is the game I won in. This is the line I won in.
okay.
It's not the other one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
with the
it's
insertion
knight
of knight
b5 straight away.
c3, you're still great, but then knight b5 is not as effective anymore. After bishop b4, bishop e2, like black can never take here because now after castling you do have. Oh wait, is it not castling here? Oh, you're losing a piece. Wait. Oh,
No, no.
now you have knight b5.
Now you go knight b5 because there's no queen takes g2. And if queen queen at like e5 for example, you have f4
Wait, there's no queen takes g2. Why?
because of bishop
Oh,
f3,
bishop f3.
and you just get cooked. Yeah, because now you have knight takes
Oh
c7.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, this is crazy. I think
No,
you might have
this is
you
the
might have
line I
shown
won
me
in.
this the game that you won in that variation. So did you
Yeah,
mix
because
up?
this is something you've just got to know as a Scotch player.
Yeah.
Um,
So
oh
did
my
you
god, I
get
can't
the
believe I
preparation
didn't
mixed
play it.
up, or did you want to try something different?
No, I mean it's been a long time, and I, for whatever reason, thought you needed to protect the pawn first and then go knight b5.
Mm-hmm.
But it doesn't matter because knight b5 makes all the sense in the world. The thing is, last time I played this variation, I hadn't seen it in a long time, and I spent 25 minutes in the opening figuring it all out, and then got that it was knight b5 straight away. Whereas today, I don't know, man.
You know
I'm
what?
not
I think the main issue
feeling it.
is here you played everything correctly, and you're right that after queen takes you go knight b5. The issue is your opponent didn't take, and so here you don't go knight
Yeah,
b5
yeah,
anymore.
yeah,
And here you just castle because if
yeah,
takes and queen takes, you do get like so much activity for the pawn.
yeah. And that knight on e7 is like looking juicy.
Yeah. So yeah, unfortunately, from that position in the opening, it it is only a pawn, but it's also like you have no moves.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
crazy.
I felt it. That's why I tanked because I was like every move I was looking at was losing. Like it just felt like it was losing.
Yeah.
Um,
I
And
was
okay, so
surprised.
was Queen A5 the move after Bishop D3? Like that's the thing, because I was like at Queen H5 after Bishop D3. Like
Yeah, Queen h5
I
was
couldn't
was
find plans.
correct. Queen h5 was correct. Yeah.
I just couldn't find the plans. And then H6, I just hit me like an annoyance because I was anticipating like G6 as well. But
Mm-hmm.
H6 is just so obvious, and I was like, oh no.
Yeah,
Um,
h6. The issue is now like bishop f4. Your opponent, like it was so clutch to play g5 here because it looks like,
I mean, yeah,
yeah, it looks like you're kind of creating this weird structure, and surely you don't want to castle long, but actually no, you do want to castle long. The
yeah,
king is cooking.
yeah.
Um, but yeah, I mean, I liked the ways that you tried to play on. I thought it was an interesting idea to trade off the rooks. I thought like maybe at this stage he's trying to enter an opposite color bishop endgame.
Yeah.
But then again,
Yeah. Maybe one set of rooks, and then I go Queen F3 or something, because I was trying to trade queens, maybe.
yeah. I think it makes sense. Like queen takes, bishop takes, like something like this. The opponent has to
Okay.
show quite a bit of technique to win this.
Yeah, because I mean his structure. That's the thing. B4 was just gonna kill me. I was waiting for
Yeah,
B4 to come so often. Like
yeah.
every line I was looking at, I was like, B4 just kills me. Like,
There was an interesting line that
hmm?
seemed kind of ludicrous, but here, if you play a4, which I thought
Oh, I
was
looked at this.
I
I
thought
looked
this
at
was your
this.
best chance to create something, but
Yeah,
apparently after, so yeah, black has rook takes d3. It's not the best move here. There was a moment where it was. I don't remember exactly where.
yeah.
But the idea is that, I mean, I don't know what the idea is.
After B4, yeah, after B4, I couldn't get it. That's the thing, because I was like, okay, A4, because like the bishop is like loose, and then after B4, I was like, well, I don't have anything. Unless they were trying to get like C5 square covered, like open. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Like the engine loves this. He thinks that black is completely winning despite the exchange. Um,
Oh, but you have to start the exchange as well, because I was looking at A4 and then B4, like for
uh,
example,
yeah. A4 is
and no exchange stack.
yeah. Before was the best move. The
Okay.
second best is to sacrifice the exchange, and black is still completely winning.
It should be because I was wondering if he was going to do that anyway because the bishop like my light squares are so loose and he's gonna get bishop d5 and queen f3 and I can't do anything about it.
I get. Yeah, that makes sense. That's the idea of sacrificing the exchange then.
Yeah. I genuinely thought he might do it earlier. Like I was sat there, like he can even extract the exchange. And that's why I went bishop e2. Because I
Right.
was worried. Well, because firstly I was worried about the potential exchange stack because I can't do anything after that, and then also I need to like double protect f3 because I
I
thought there were many lines
see.
where he can go bishop d5, bishop f3 anyway, and that's annoying because then my queen's got to go to like
Yeah,
somewhere.
I was wondering why you played bishop e2. I couldn't quite see the point. Like looking at the game with the engine is a completely different thing, of course. So like
Yeah,
bishop e2 didn't enter my mind, and when you played it, I struggled to find the idea. But then kind of yeah, it makes
I
sense that
was
you're
also
reinforcing the light squares and potentially
yeah,
rerouting. Yeah,
and I also thought whether I should try for bishop g4 to just trade the light squared bishops off.
yeah,
Um, that was also an idea with
yeah,
this. But
yeah.
then
I also agree with that.
he moved his king to b8 to stop me being able to force the bishops off.
Okay, so bishop here, here. I mean,
Yeah,
the other thing is the opponent was he had the easiest position in the world to play it. Like that's
yeah,
another issue. He was not
yeah.
even thinking about any move that
No,
was disrespectful. Here, did you see the
no.
blunder here?
Oh,
He could have won the queen.
Scheiße.
I don't know if you guys saw this in the analysis, but he. I also said in the live stream like the only hope we have is that he's so cocky right now, so overconfident that he starts playing like crap because like queen e1
Yeah, man,
is not a
that's
hard
easy.
tactic to see, but
That's
he
easy
played.
to see.
Yeah, but he recaptured like in 2 seconds, so it's like
Yeah,
yeah, I thought maybe he's getting overconfident.
man. Oof,
Yeah, and then here I mean
brutal,
what
man.
to do.
Brutal. Well,
Brutal,
also
brutal.
just in the opening, I was just pissed at myself because I knew I'd misplayed it
Hmm.
um instantly, and then I don't know why I went for this knight stuff. Being down a pawn is never worth it unless you have clear conversation.
Yeah, no. So you did see that you were going to lose the pawn though.
Yeah. I did it. You know what? I even think I've done something similar in a very similar game before, and I haven't like. I don't know, man. This was bad.
I mean,
Bad game.
it's gonna happen sometimes. Unfortunate, man. You played well, like as best as you could have in that position. The issue is like the best you can
Just
do
bad
is
judgment,
delete
bad
knife them.
everything.
All right. Do you want to add anything else for the guys in chat? Do we want to have a look at what they're saying, maybe?
I'm sorry, chat. That's what I want to add for chat. Let's have a look. Twitch. Let's get the chat up.
Oh, they're talking about some rage bait in the chat. I don't know what they're talking about. Somebody screaming, "No, Matt!"
Uh,
And somebody
openings don't matter.
saying openings don't
Yeah.
matter, Matt. I don't know if that applies here.
Mm.
All right, so you have one more game to go, right?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, we got this. Come on.
That was annoying though because this could have been a fun game. I was just dying the whole game inside. Like when you're just sat there, it was like.
Yeah, no, I bet. Like this is not a fun game to be playing.
Yeah. And you're just waiting to die. You just know it. Like as soon as I got to the position that I thought I might have some like chances in, I realized I was just gonna lose the game. Like as soon as that was when I felt like before Bishop D3, that think there was me coming to terms with the game was probably lost.
Yeah.
uh,
Oh
uh,
man.
oh well, it happens, and I'm never gonna forget that line. I can't believe I didn't go knight b5 straight away.
Yeah. Review that line, and next time you're gonna be in for a treat.
Well, it's really annoying because like I was so happy when he played. Like I actually smiled when he played Queen A5 because I was like, I know this. I know it's dubious, and I know how to deal with it, and I didn't deal with it. I didn't do the right thing, which is crazy. But knight b5 straight away. Yeah, because I was wondering, because I know I got to give up the pawn. And I thought I needed knight c3, bishop b5, knight b5, queen takes. But that transposes, because then I get bishop east. But I allow him to take the pawn with check.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh well,
Wait.
I'll never forget it again now.
So it's check.
Yeah, if you see you can search this position in my online account. The amount of times I played this in like Rapid and Blitz as well, just like without thinking.
I mean, I think I had seen it from one of your games. Bishop b4 check and knight 1c3.
Yeah, you've got to go bishop b4, knight c3, and then on bishop a6 you can play knight takes c7. Bishop a5, knight takes c7. Exclam. So the bishop a5 doesn't work here.
Knight takes.
Knight takes c7. Yeah.
What?
Queen's hanging.
Oh, of course.
See, I know this shit. Like, it's infuriating. And I was wondering why I couldn't make it work this time. But it's because I didn't play the line right. He hadn't taken the pawn.
Yeah, that, I mean,
I've got to let him play.
That's what happens, I guess, not playing a line or not reviewing with for a while. But here, I mean, again, here, I think if you had realized...
Okay, it's not bad.
Hmm?
I mean, it's not bad here. I just need to play like knight d4 and
Yeah.
chill
Here
it.
you have to realize, oh, I messed something up in the opening, and kind of look at it as as a fresh position, and be like, okay, knight d4. Although, I mean, I guess you have to again come to terms with the fact that you're losing the pawn there. But again, like bishop d3, you're getting great compensation.
Yeah, this makes more sense. Because like he's still got to develop both his rooks and a bishop.
Yeah, this is a better way to lose the pawn.
And we'll still get like some like knight f3, bishop g5. Knight f3, bishop g. Actually, knight f3 is looking because like Greek gifts are rook e4, of course.
The engine says.
Okay, knight f3 is too slow.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, that doesn't cut the mustard. Fine. Rook e4. That makes.
It's interesting though. Like, I don't know if I would go for this. Like, I guess I'm not a dynamic enough player to be confident in a position like this.
I would be tempted to go bishop a3 and then takes, and it may even sat the exchange, and then I get some Greek gift ideas, but it doesn't work because g5 square is loose.
Oh well.
Oh well. Thanks, dude. Yeah, man.
It was fun. I'm glad I could help.
No, it's good to have you doing commentary. I appreciate it, and I'll catch you in Grenke. Let's go.
Yeah, we were talking about that earlier, and yeah, see you in just a couple of days then, man.
Yeah. I'll I need to get all that sorted. I'm finalizing some flight stuff because I didn't want to get the super early morning flight, but I'm just gonna have to.
Yeah. Come on, one more game. Focus on
one more game.
Focus on enjoying the game. Do your best.
Yeah. That's it. It's cool. I mean, the guy's 1900, but I know I can play better than out of the opening than what I played, kind of thing. So it's just Also, I went mad with this g3. You know what? I actually have a feeling I've played like this before and thought it was fine. I've got a real weird thing here. But yeah, cool. Cheers, dude. I'll let you get on with the rest of your day.
All right. Sounds good. Have a good evening.
Bye, chat. Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody. Bye.